Yo! What's up, everybody? Today I'm gonna make a beat using Lil Uzi Vert Hip Hop Sample Pack by Cymatics. Yeah, let's see how it turns out. And I'm gonna tell you everything I'm doing, so you know the basics, like what I'm doing. Yeah, how to do it, and yeah, as I said, what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. Yes. So first off, I'm gonna pick some samples to use, and I'm gonna take this 808 here. That sounded really good. I'm gonna point out when you use samples like this, you're gonna always turn on the cut itself thing when you right click on it. And use stretch when you do 808s like this, because then when you change notes, it will be in the same. It will not. If you use resample, it will be like this. Normal when you have it on this note, and if you have it here, it will be. Okay, why isn't it changing notes? Okay, this is not planned. Okay, we make it with that. 1, 2. And this one was in D, so you have to pitch it down two semitones to make it in C, so it is right. If you use resample, this would sound like if you put down one here and put one here, and of course it's not working. My computer is not does not want to work with me today. If you use resample, it will be like this. Sound like that on C, and it's like fast when you go up here, boom, up here, boom, like so. It goes much faster when you have it octaves higher or semitones higher. So always use stretch. Point that out. Yeah. 1, 2. Okay. So that's a good 808. Let's see claps. That's a good clap. Yeah, could use that. We could use this to make it more like of a high-end thing. So with just that, it would sound like this, and with both of them, it gives it more attack, if you could say it like that. Attack when is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking like it gives it more compression and more. I don't know. Yeah, that's good clap. Cymbals. Okay, that was a nice hi-hat. Right here. See. Yeah, open. This is the same sample, I don't get it. This is the same sample, what the fuck? Okay, but I'm gonna use it either way because I want to. And when you have a sample and you see this little gap here that doesn't have any sound, it will not be on the right timing. So if you have it like this, listen to this. Okay, you can't hear it now, but it isn't on time. It isn't perfect on the beat. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to SMP start, and you're gonna drag that until you come to the very start. Now it will work. Let's find a kick. The first kick sounded good, so I'm gonna use it. Basically. See here, you stretch always. Good. Good. Very good. So I'm gonna group these to some channels. When you drag in samples, my tip here is to group every of the sample like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to down where you don't add any more samples. So just add it like it where it goes all the way down until, yeah, you understand. Snares. I don't think we. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna use that. I love it. Ooh. Ooh. That's just a bass. I don't get it. Just to give Cymatics more cred, I'm gonna use a sample from them, of course. Okay, that's a really good sample. I love that one. How does it sound in reverse? Ooh! Okay, I love that. I'm gonna use that for a song, actually. Okay, so let's talk about some mixing here. When you use samples like this, you could probably hear it has some low frequencies. Very much low frequencies, which means we will have to cut those out if you want to add our own bass on it. So what you're gonna do here is to load up Fruity Parametric EQ2, or you could use the first one actually. But I think the EQ2 is better because it's easier to use, it's easier to understand. So if we play the sample here, you see that it's very much on the low frequencies, and also here, so it's like kind of everywhere. So what we're gonna do to cut off the low frequencies is to just drag this down until it is not that much, because you see here in the low mids here, it is orange kind of stuff, and now this is purple, so it's not very much bass anymore. Now it's none. None. And you can also see here it says bass and sub, so that's like the bass area, and this is treble and high mids and stuff like that, and this is the overall mids and the highs, also the lows, of course. So I want this to be more special, this sample, so I'm gonna just add in some more reverb to make it sound better, because reverb, everything can have reverb. It's not something you have to use, but it helps you very much when you make tracks like this, of course. I want to make this more unique, so I'm gonna make a little pitch bend here, so it goes right into the snare, like that's a little bit too fast. That's a little bit too much, I feel like. Yes. Okay, this sample is very good, but I'm gonna mute it for now because I'm gonna make some drums. Yeah. So we have a clap here and a kick. Where did we put that? Yes. So if you want this snare, what am I saying? This clap to be a lower volume, because it goes like very like, so you can hear it very much. But if you want it to be lower volume and not this type of stuff, so it is very high and kind of low, you're just gonna go in here and choose velocity and drag it down to where you want it. I want it like here too. And you also, if you have two layered onto each other, you're gonna do it on both of them. So I'm gonna do that. That sounds much better. So if I just put this in the track list and put on the metronome, this will sound like this. And with the sample, you can easily hear what I'm going for, right? Like Astro World type of thing. But that's not the case right now, because we're using a Lil Uzi Vert sample pack, not a Travis Scott. So I will have to make it sound like Exotour Live. It's just something I will have to do. Now the hi-hats. Yes, here we have it. So if we just make that in 2 steps. If you want a simple hi-hat, just right click on the sample and choose fill each 2 steps, or fill each 4 steps, or fill each 8 steps. If you press on 8 steps, it will only be like this. 4 steps every beat, yeah, I would say. And 2 steps normal trap hi-hats. So I'm gonna make this go a little bit more complex. So we're gonna just let this go like this. And you see this little magnet up on the top left corner. If you press on that, you will get many options of type beats. I'm gonna use a third beat for this, because I want a like not so it goes a little bit faster. And a tip here, if you use it a lower octave or lower semitone, if you're using that, it will sound much clearer. You will hear it much better. So my tip here is to have it on the same volume as these, but if you want them to be exact the same volume, you have to lower those in the lower section. Or else, if you have it up here as the other ones, it will sound very you can hear it better. So you don't want that. Or you could if you want to, I guess. Yeah. Let's move on to something else. I'm just gonna paste down the hi-hats, and this is how it will sound like. Very simple hi-hats, very simple drum beat. It's not something complex, I would say. Little open hi-hats here we can paste down. Perfect. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going hammer, yeah. I'm not even going to try to rap, okay? Some percussion. Very simple percussion. Now we have this sample I want to add some reverb on, and I grouped it in the 9. So I'm gonna add a Soundgrizer on it to make it fuller sounding, and you can hear it better when you add that. Let's add a reverb and a big room. Yeah, now it will sound like this. It sounds like the Post Malone snare sample. I think you know it. It's I have it here somewhere. I'm just gonna find it. That Post Malone. Okay, but let's be serious now. I'm just gonna add this in on the snares one. And I'm not gonna change the volume on this one because I want it to be like very full and, you know, you probably know what I'm talking about. And you also wanna clone this and pan it to right and left, so it will sound like this and not like this. You understand? Both into your ears, not in the middle, and goes like this. Yeah, you know. Perfect. Exactly what I want. You just gotta lower the volume a little bit. Yeah, so let's move on to what could this be? Okay, I've already used that, I think. Oh no, that's the snare actually. Just put that out just to make it full. Oh, yeah, comment down below what you want, think of it. No. Comment down below in the comment section below. Comment what you think about this beat. Is it good or not? Okay, let's be serious. That was the sample, okay? Let's move on to the bass, everybody. This is the hardest part, I think, because I was struggling with doing 808s and basses when I started making trap music. It's a really hard step to do. So the first step you gotta do is to know the key of your song. So my key is C major, I think. What was the sample? If you have a sample, you can just C minor was it. So that means you can just go into this one and choose minor, and this is the chord we're using. Okay. But this is not the scale. I'm not really familiar with using this stuff, so I don't really know where scale is, but I think it is right here somewhere. Minor C. I don't really know, but this is some of the notes we can use. Yeah. So I'm gonna make the bass line go like this. Just move all of this down one step so I can put out the 808s here. Like that. Now, if we just listen to the 808 and the sample, we can know how it sounds. Well, boom, boom, bam, boom. Okay, that's a good 808 right there, but I want it to slide. So what I'm gonna do is going to the left top corner. You see up here where the magnet board was, and you go down 2 steps and you find this like current, like I don't know, this one. You see the button. I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna explain it, but then you just put out the note and you see it has this like thing right here, which means it's gonna slide from this note up to this note. So this is how it will sound like. You heard that? Slide? Yeah. Now it wasn't really a slide, but you heard it. Yeah, you heard it. This sounds good. Yes, now we have an 808. So this is how it sounds like with a sample. That sounds good. And if we remove the sample now and just listen to the drums and the 808s, they will sound like this. Sounds really good. And let's say now I wanted the 808 to cut. Press X. I'm talking Swedish. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Okay, but I wanted to cut exactly where the snare is, or somewhere. Just press on the note, place it down, and go to the velocity and go all the way down. Now it will sound like this. Cut like exactly here if I put it down. If I want it on a snare, yeah, you'll probably understand. I want it to cut right here, so I just put one down and it will sound like this. Yes. Perfect. Yeah. Now it's a sample. So let's say I want to build this track now. I want it to make a full track. I want it to make a full beat. All you gotta do is place this drop somewhere you want it to start. I would say like 17. Yeah. And then I would take the sample, have it 2 times, and let's say now I want the volume to go up like this until you come to 9, for example. All you gotta do to do that is to go to the volume knob here and press right click on it and choose create automation clip. Now if you want it exactly as I want it, you're just gonna zoom in, just press here, right click here. And how to zoom in like this, you do it when you hold in Alt and just scroll with the wheel. And to zoom in like this, just gonna hold in Control and just scroll with the wheel. Now I want it to go up, so just make it like this, easy. Now you're hearing it goes up. Say now I want the snare to come in. Now when you listen to it afterwards, I can kind of hear that the 808s are out of tune. So what I'm gonna do is I think this one is gonna be here. Yes, it is, because it's not C major, it's C minor. Now I know why it sounds out of tune. What the fuck am I doing? Okay, let's see it. Now it sounds good. Yeah. Ooh, this is hard. Yeah. Let's say now I want the 808 to come in after the kick. All you gotta do is to do that is just drag the 808 to here, because I want it here. Actually, I think I want it here because Nah. Yeah. Skirt. This is really good. I want a symbol to put on this, but I don't really know what symbol I should use. Did I put in a symbol? I don't know. I don't think so. Oh, they haven't added symbols in this sample pack, which means I will have to use this sample pack, because this is the favorite I will have. That's the perfect symbol I've ever heard. It's the best one you can ever hear. I'm just gonna put it out and I'm gonna have it. Fucking shit. I'm not gonna play Minecraft now, dude. Let's say I want it every 5th beat. It's gonna paste it down here. It's gonna sound like this. Why is the sample? Why did I paste out the sample? I don't know. See here. Now. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is hard. All my friends are up, push me to the edge. All my friends are up, push me to the edge. Oh, I'm not even going to try to sound like Lucifer, but this is type of beat I would say he could rap on. If you make this unique, like this, we could go in and edit the pattern and just have it 1 octave higher. Yes. Yeah. Oh, score. This sounds really good. Ooh. Work. Okay, so now when the high-pitched part starts, I want this 808, this part of the 808 not to hit. All you gotta do is to press this slicer marker up in the left corner and just like this, and go back to the pencil and remove it on right click. I'm gonna do the same thing on these. This. Now I want that to go 2 times because it does. I'm just gonna Control C, Control V like you do in Chrome. It's as easy as that. Comment down below what you think of this track. I'm just gonna make it sound good now without talking so much. I think you know the basics because of the other video, but let's just... I'm just gonna make this now. Yes. I'm gonna clone this one and I'm gonna remove the reverse. Ooh, this is so crisp. This is so crispy. Holy shit. So I'm gonna just copy this beat that we just made. I'm gonna paste it here, like so. This is so good. Yeah, that's 1 minute long beat, everybody. Yay! No, what am I saying? It's oh my god. It's 1 minute and 37 seconds. Yeah, that's pretty good actually. So what I'm gonna do is just export this and call it Uzi. I'm gonna start to